Let me give you the phone numbers again, people. I'd really like to have you take advantage of Claudia's tremendous wisdom in this area. And by the way, psychoanalysis is available by telephone, and it's extremely effective with trilogical psychoanalysis. And you can let me know by email, and I can direct you to the right people here at the clinic who can help you with that. Our email address for this radio program is joneshealing@gmail.com. joneshealing@gmail.com. Our USA phone number, if you're calling from inside the United States, toll-free, is 877-876-5227. 877-876-5227. If you're calling from outside the United States, we do have a toll-free number for you worldwide as well. 888-815-9756. 888-815-9756. You're listening to Healing Through Consciousness with Dr. Claudia Bernhardt Pacheco and Richard Lloyd Jones from the International Society of Analytical Trilogy in Sao Paulo, Brazil, where the temperature is beautiful and it's wonderful and we're heading into fall, but because we're in the southern part of the hemisphere. But there's so much happening here at our institute that we really want you to become aware of. It's why we're doing this radio program. My idea, Claudia, for this show was that, in my experience, trilogical analysis is like a healing, calming balm, ointment almost, on the difficulties that we're facing in the world today.
Can I ask you something?
Sure,
Richard?
you may. Of course you may.
Where does this energy that we feel in you and this enthusiasm to do these programs, where does this come from, Richard? Very practically speaking.
Well, I mean, if I were talking spiritually, I would say it's like an inspiration. When I had the idea to do this show, I was shaving and getting ready for work in the morning. We get up very early, as you know, and we work long days. And I'm sometimes pretty tired in the morning. But as I was shaving, I felt this call inside saying, trilogical analysis on the radio, because my background is radio, and I heard this like a voice. It was not like a voice in my head, like a calling inside, like a drum beat. You have to do trilogical analysis. Has to be on the radio. You have to help people with this, like a call inside. And I couldn't ignore it. I've tried to ignore it, but I can't ignore these voices. So
you feel so good. I see in your face, and I know that many people are listening to our radio show, but they are too shy to manifest.
Sure,
I'm sure because after they comment, they call me and they comment. But when they hear you, we hear you speaking about the science, we understand that you are like living it intensely.
Yes.
And so this makes me understand, Richard, that we are born to be good. We are born to do good. We are born to be beautiful. And if we don't act accordingly, we really suffer. We start getting sick, unhappy, depressed. Life gets like gray. You don't see colors anymore in your life.
Yeah.
So love is the necessity to be good. And to putting this in practice, it's something that requires a little
spark, a little.
Yes, a little spark.
Something to start it.
Yes, sometimes a little push or a need, or you have to make this decision to start.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start getting energized because the good consequences come very fast.
Yeah.
So the good feeling comes fast. You only have to pay attention if you are not going to destroy this goodness.
Yes. Now, can I just comment on this, Claudia, because I had a very profound experience with this, because I've been working on developing this show for a number of months now. And, of course, I always had the shouting inside me, like Beethoven hearing God shouting in his head. I felt this calling, but at the same time, it's very easy not to go forward because of this resistance that we have. And this I want to talk about, because I think we can think that because we don't understand our psychopathological part, we can think that, well, if I have an inspiration, then I'm always going to have that inspiration and I'll go forward and it'll be the right thing to do. And if I don't feel like doing it anymore, it wasn't the thing to do. But it's not that. It's like because there's going to be a resistance that comes up.
Absolutely.
And lots of social resistance, too. There's lots of impediments in the way. You know?
And spiritual, too.
And spiritual, too.
Spiritual, too.
So this part that you were talking about, this kind of like this shadow side of us, which is not the shadow that Jung was talking about. It's a completely different idea from Jung's. This shadow part of us, we don't understand very well. We think we always have good intentions, and if we don't get there, it's just because, well, something happened, it wasn't the right time, something else came along as a priority. We don't see the resistance that causes us to block these inspirations that we all have.
Yeah.